Dominate your league. Defend your crown with Hosal King.
Because I love me.
Gabe Hernandez.
Here's a guy that is starting to figure the game out.
And Ray Fletcher.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
They bring the heat, rankings, trades, and game-winning calls to rule your league. This is Watch the Throne Fantasy Football Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Watch the Throne Fantasy Football Podcast. I am your new host, Aaron Powers.
Oh my, let's go, new host.
Yep. So I just want to let you guys know Al's no longer with us. And
Thank you.
I'm going to be taking over from here. I know I've guest spotted on the show a couple times. The amount of people we had call and write in about how they wanted Aaron to be on the show more, it was overwhelming.
It's like going from a Toyota to a Porsche. Like, oh my Lord.
Yeah,
brutal. He's not even here to defend himself. Damn.
So if you guys want to catch Al, he's doing a solo adventure now, talking about fantasy football by himself, apparently.
I want, real quick, I just noticed, because when we played the intro, I noticed after Al's name is the T.O. I love me some me. That's very fitting, because I actually called him T.O. on Monday when he said, I'm going to do a solo. I'm like, okay, T.O., need all the spotlight. Then after my name, it's here's a guy learning about the game. What are you trying to say, Al? And then after Ray's name, it's you can't handle the truth. What is he trying to say with our intro? Like, first of all, I just caught this. Subliminal messages, guys.
Say there's some subliminal stuff in there.
I don't appreciate it, but he loves him some him. Sure. So,
yeah, I mean, I guess he does. And in all seriousness, I really am just filling in for Al today. He'll be back. He is still part of the podcast. We'll definitely going to give him some crap today for sure. So be prepared for that. But otherwise, we'll get right into it. We're going to do some news and notes. We're going to talk about some trades. Yes, fellas, some trades that we've done or been offered. Then we are going to get into our starts and flexes of the week. And we'll have our game blitz at the end. We'll go over every game of week 4 in 60 seconds. And Mike 4 is going to keep us on task and buzz us and yell at us if we go over.
What's going on, Mike 4?
What's up, guys? What's up?
I played Mike 4.
Hey, man, it looks a lot nicer in here, man. It's brighter today, I think.
Yeah.
Is that because we have a new host? Or
I think so, dude. I think so. I'm trying to incorporate Aaron Powers into this more and more, so we'll see what we got to do, man.
And just if you're watching on video, the last time I was on the show, we talked about Taylor and Travis getting engaged, and I told you guys that I had the Eras Tour t-shirt, so I am wearing it for the episode today. I know Al told me I had to, even though he's not here somehow, but
shout out Taylor Swift. We got to get her to repost the show.
She should repost the show.
Yeah, she told me she's a big fan. So
Travis should too.
Yeah. We'll get to them.
We love them.
Yeah. They love us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys, let's get into news and notes.
Just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Cannonball.
Dang, Mike 4, I got to get used to the sound bites, man.
Yeah, I got something new for you guys.
We've upped our game.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Upgrade you.
Awesome.
Production upgrade.
I'll definitely host the show. All right, so first one probably hurt fantasy the most, CeeDee Lamb.
And me and Mike 4's hearts.
Yes. Well, I also have, it was my first pick in the league, and I'm 0-3 in that league now. He bageled me this week, and I'm struggling hard. I got to make a trade or something, but CD, high ankle sprain, what do we think, 4 weeks?
3 to 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
I mean, he tried to come back into the game, and he went right back out. So
Yeah.
I'm optimistic. Hopefully 3 weeks. If he's on IR by Saturday, then it'll be 4 weeks. Then we'll know. But if he's not on IR, it looks like it's going to be 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, speedy recovery. We want him back. Another high ankle sprain, Jatavion Sanders of the Carolina Panthers, young tight end. They haven't put him on IR yet, but I think the same. High ankle sprain is always 3 to 4 weeks, pretty much, from what we see.
Yeah.
Big NFL news, Jackson Dart taking over as QB1 for the New York Football Giants. Are we excited?
Yes, absolutely.
Did you just see me pound on the table?
I did. I heard it too.
Yeah. I have a Malik neighbor. I have Malik neighbors in one league. Love Malik neighbors, and I'm so excited for him.
You didn't like 2 for 13 from Malik neighbors this past week?
I still got the win, so it worked. But no, we did. And maybe one step closer to Jameis. Maybe
The Jameis prediction is looking more likely, and it happened quicker The move happened quicker than I expected, honestly.
You had to bench Russell Wilson after he threw it 4 straight times out of the end zone on 1st and goal.
That was wild.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I mean, is there any situation that we think Brian Daboll is still the coach of the Giants at the end of the year?
If they make a miraculous run to the playoffs and win the Super Bowl.
Which is why he made the move right now, I think, because this is the only way for him to save his job, I think. But again, I mean, it'll be fun to watch, and we know what Russell Wilson is at this stage of his career.
I'm still surprised he's even the backup, but I would put Jameis as the backup. You only have Russell Wilson for the 1-year contract, and Jameis is a 2-year contract, so I don't get that. But that's the New York Giants being the New York Giants, right?
Very true. News that just came out today from Shefty. Xavier Worthy back full participant in practice, set up to play this week. Should be good for fantasy.
It's great news for the Chiefs. They've been struggling a little. They can use all the weapons they can get.
Absolutely. I was actually going to have Tyquan Thornton as my flex of the week until I read the Worthy news and thought, I guess I'm going to switch that.
I still like Tyquan Thornton going forward. It sounds like Xavier Worthy's going to play with a brace. We'll see how that goes. It could be some distraction for him or some not comfortable, and he's going to have to get used to it. But we'll see. I got to see a game or two before I kind of make my determination on him for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. Thornton's still a sneaky good little play if you need him at the end of your roster, though. He's showed good rapport the last couple of weeks with Pat. So,
yep.
Lots of running back injuries. So we're gonna fire them off here real quick. Najee Harris, torn Achilles, out for the year. James Conner, ankle surgery, out for the year. Tyrone Tracy, shoulder injury. No timeline. I think they said 2 to 4 weeks for that one. So I guess we're opening up opportunities for the other running backs on those teams. But definitely some veteran running back injuries this week.
Yeah, opens it up for some exciting young running backs. Obviously, Omariion Hampton, we saw more usage out of him after Najee tore his Achilles. Trey Benson, although it kind of sounds like they're going to try to do a Trey Benson DeMarcado split. I think Trey Benson's the better running back, and he eventually takes it over. But it's exciting. I mean, and you got your boy.
Let's not forget Cam Skattebo.
I was saving him for you.
Oh, my goodness. He looked good this past week when he came in and kind of took over that backfield. I know Tracy got hurt. I also had Tracy as a bust this season. I mean, it's not looking good. His prospects are not looking good for the rest of the year because Cam's going to run away with that job.
I think so.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of energy in the backfield of Dart and Skattebo.
Young energy.
Yeah. I'll get to it when the game blitz, but I'm excited for this Giants offense.
Yep. 2 receiver injuries real quick. Mike Evans hurt his hamstring, out for probably at least a couple weeks.
They're talking possible IR stint.
Yeah. So
with the return.
So 2 to 4, we'll say. Terry McLaurin hurt his quad. Has he been ruled out for this week?
Not officially. They're saying it's not looking good. He's getting a second opinion. It's kind of a messy situation, to be honest with you. I think he'll be out a couple weeks, though.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff sprung up after this week.
But some positive injury news, too. Godwin practiced this week, so that'll help with the Mike Evans loss. Brock Purdy's looking on pace to play this week, so there's some positive news on the injury front, too.
Actually just going to say, who do we know that's coming back from IR?
My bad, jumped the gun a little.
No, you're good. Excited. You're good. But that was the next thing is who's coming back from IR that we should be looking for. That's been on we're coming up on 4 weeks. Yep. So those are guys that you've had in an IR slot, or if you have them coming off, you can fill your IR slot again. That was something I was doing in a couple of my leagues.
Yeah.
So I was curious what you guys thought, or if you had anybody you were keeping your eye on.
Yeah, like you said, Godwin's the biggest name. We'll see how he reacts. I think he's going to be fine. I mean, he's been practicing since training camp. I actually thought in June or July when they said he's practicing, I was like, oh, he's going to start the season. But they're playing it safe. They're playing it cautious, obviously an older player. I'm curious at what you guys think is who's the number 1 receiver in Tampa Bay? Who would you rather have right now, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, or Egbuka?
Egbuka.
I agree.
Yeah, Egbuka's the guy you want.
I agree. I think he's the new number 1.
Without the hammy for Mike Evans, I would still lean Mike Evans. But Egbuka's shown he's a good football player and quickly too. And then Godwin's going to take some time to come back.
They drafted him when the position of strength was already there as well. Yeah. So they must have thought very highly of him where they took him because it's not like they had to have a receiver.
I'll say this. Godwin is one of my favorite fantasy wide receivers. He's always sneakingly like close to top 10, if not top 10. So he's also going to be someone, if I have, I'm excited for him to come back. Might take a little bit of time, like you said, but I'm excited for Godwin to come back.
Absolutely. I'm excited for Baker.
Yeah, Baker too.
Oh, yeah.
Stock goes up.
Yeah, absolutely. All very good. Good way to spin it to positive there, right?
I try.
Guys coming back. Look at that.
Jordan Addison coming back this week too. Not from injury, but
oh yeah,
3 weeks of suspension's over.
Yeah.
So
Addison's coming back. I've been looking at my bench to see when does Rasheed Rice come back? How many more weeks do I have to wait?
A couple more.
So that tricked me because I was in my head it was 3 weeks, but it's 6, right?
Six.
Yeah.
Six.
So I was completely just off on that one.
Think the pup list pretty much for that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's. We have any other news and notes?
I think that pretty much covers it all as of now.
All right,
guys. I got one for you. This is where Al comes in. I know he's not here with us physically, but spiritually.
Jesus Christ!
I was gonna say, didn't we get rid of him?
Spiritually,
he's got something he wants me to share with you guys and get your thoughts on it. So, apparently, I believe Lamar Jackson uses women's perfume.
Listen,
right? So I believe he came out with like what is that? An asexual where it's good for both, right? He came out with a cologne and a perfume. Unisex. Came out with a cologne and a perfume. So I wanted to think, what are your thoughts, guys? You guys dabble with that? You guys? I'll admit I've done a little bit of women's deodorant every once in a while, so it's not bad. But wanted to get your thoughts and a little feedback.
Look, it's 2025. The man wants to wear perfume. He can wear perfume. Caleb can paint his nails. These grown men. Who's gonna tell him not to? I'm asking that.
That's my fantasy quarterback. He can do whatever he wants as long as he scores me 20 points every week. I don't care what he does. To be honest with you,
hey,
live your life.
My daughter paints my nails.
I've had my toenails painted.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might need to try the perfume cologne that he's got. I just asked you guys a personal question before we started the show about my feet. So I was like, hey, man, I need some spray here. So you might need it, I might have to test this out.
Hey, if it smells good, I'm down.
I'll say, you know what? I'll say it right now on this show. If I win a fantasy championship with Lamar Jackson as my starting quarterback, I'll go buy a bottle.
Nice,
okay.
nice.
Right,
there you go.
All right.
You have it.
Watch the Throne Fantasy Football Podcast is fueled by That Dude's Barbecue Jerky. We talked about it to open the episode. We are so grateful. The ultimate snack for football fans who take their Sundays seriously. Whether you're at the draft, watching Red Zone, or just hungry between games, That Dude's Barbecue Jerky brings the flavor that keeps you locked in. Packed with protein, bold flavors, and made for game day, with different styles from original to brisket, crispy, and even a filet mignon cut. That's wild. Filet mignon beef jerky. Grab a bag today and taste why it's not just jerky. It's That Dude's Barbecue Jerky. Find it online at thatdudesbbq.com and fuel your fantasy season the right way. Use the code THRONE and get 7% off now.
All right, let's get into talking about trades real quick. Ray, you want to start?
Yeah, so I made a trade recently, and I need y'all's thoughts because this was a whole long discussion. We went back and forth both ways. I gave up Breece Hall, Deebo Samuel, and Ladd McConkey. I got James Cook, Cedric Tillman, and Baker Mayfield.
I am very familiar with this trade. I talked with my friend a lot about this long time last night.
Yeah?
He called me, actually. He's like, I had to talk it through. And I said, yeah, it's not a bad. I mean, I told him the key is if he believes in Ladd McConkey. That's the key for me in the trade. Now, if Ladd comes out and be's what he was drafted at, then I think he wins the trade. But if Ladd continues at the pace he is, then I think you win the trade.
So I had trouble with it because I was concerned. I drafted Ladd higher than he's performing, but I'm not convinced that he's going to be bad. I think he's going to still have a good season. So it was definitely a lot of thought going back and forth. I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see.
I'll tell you, he doesn't believe in Quentin Johnson and Keenan Allen. I told him I do. I think Keenan Allen was one of the best receivers. I know he went to Chicago and struggled, but that wasn't really him.
No.
And then Quentin Johnston, he was good out of college. I know he has the bad rap with the drops.
He looks like he's figuring it out.
He's talented.
Yeah.
I loved him out at TCU. So I think he was a first round pick. So he's figuring it out. He, it takes some time sometimes with these guys.
Yeah.
They got a healthy Justin Herbert.
That's it. And the line. I mean, they lost the left tackle Slater, but for the most part, this team is healthy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all going to be fine. Ladd's going to play his role. I think he's a little less than what he was last year because last year was all him. It was just all him. Now they're really set up to win a lot. The Chargers are going to do really well, I think.
Yeah. I didn't love Ladd going into the season at his ADP. I do like Ladd as a player, but I didn't like the second round ADP. So I do think you made a good trade. Baker, like you said, Baker's going to do pretty good now with Godwin coming back. And then when Mike Evans comes back and they're all healthy, that's going to be a good trade for you.
And I got Jaden Daniels is hurt, so Baker will be a nice little fill-in for a while.
Yeah. There you go.
You made a trade too, yeah?
I did. It's in my auction league. This is one with my flag football buddies. I tell people I lost the trade. I'll be honest. I think I gave up more than I should have. However, I got the best player, and that's what I was going for. I gave up Nico Collins, and that's because I don't believe in this Texans offense. I gave up George Kittle, who I love, but I don't really want to worry about a hamstring the whole season.
Sure.
Travis Hunter, I'm out on, and Caleb Williams, but I also have Lamar Jackson. So I was never going to play Caleb Williams over Lamar. The only thing I wish I could have kept him for a trade asset going forward. But I got back the best player in the world, Puka Nacua. I love me some Puka Nacua. That was pretty much the selling point. I was like, I have to get Puka. So now I have Puka and Neighbors in that league with Lamar and Garrett Wilson, and I also received Jalen Waddle. And we could play four wide receivers in that league. So I love my team as set up. I gave up a lot, but I also gave up guys I have question marks on. I have no question marks on Puka. I also think, this is probably a hot take, I think Tyreek's going to end up getting traded. I can see Tyreek with a reunion in Kansas City. But obviously we don't know that. I'm not an insider. I'm not Adam Schefter or anybody. But that's my prediction going forward with that.
That's interesting. That's a lot to give up for a receiver.
Oh, and I got Dylan Sansom too. Whatever.
Okay. But if it makes your team better, then it doesn't matter that you gave up a lot.
I lost depth, but I think I got my starting lineup is better.
Yeah.
I mean, you have really good starters. I mean, you gave up Nico, got Puka, so you're kind of a wash there. I mean, Puka's performing better. Probably will be better.
Yeah.
Throughout your Texans are not looking great. Who's going to play tight end on that team?
Oh, so I have Lamar, and I actually got lucky. A friend dropped Mark Andrews, and I picked him up. Yeah, he dropped Mark Andrews, so now I have the Lamar Mark Andrews stack. I also have Jawan Johnson, so that was part of it too. I said I do like Jawan Johnson going forward, and so that was part of my decision as well.
See, we said, what was that last week? Don't give up on these players too
early.
Not
give up.
No.
Do not give up.
And I mentioned it to him, and he was like, man, I know. I was like, yeah, you gave up on him. I've seen players get cut way too soon, but that's a whole different topic.
Yeah. I had the under on Mark Andrews' receiving yards this past week, so, tough.
Yeah. I had him on the over, but I had it with a bunch of other stuff, so I lost that one. But I'm curious, because we, in the group chat, we had an interesting conversation with a trade that happened in your league.
One of our listeners hit me up and was asking about he's the commissioner of the league, and he asked for a ruling. Essentially, he wanted us to give him a ruling on a trade that went down there. All right, so and I'm not gonna lead with the players, just to keep it even and fair for now. But the trade was a 1-for-1 swap. Player A made the offer, and player B countered with a caveat of, I want to be able to take this trade back for any reason, if I want to, down the line. So player A says, player A hits him with a, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Thinking that it was a joke.
Yeah.
They made the trade. 2 weeks later, player B is like, yo, I want to enact that take-back clause. He wants to enact the take-back clause.
Is that in writing?
No.
Okay. That was the real estate agent.
I was like, is that in writing? Because it sounds like a contract to me.
You go first, because I'm going to,
So player A said basically that he said, okay, whatever, thinking it was a joke. It wasn't a verbal agreement. It was more of a sarcastic whatever.
Okay.
Player B says, you said yeah to that clause. I don't know what to tell you. What do you think?
I think if you make a trade and you hit accept, that's the trade. I think the only way you get it back is if you try to trade them back, and then the other person has to accept. I've never seen a trade with clauses before.
Yeah.
Have you guys?
No, not a serious one.
No, crazy, right? No. My opinion was that's ridiculous. If you want to trade them back, but there's no take back clause.
A trade is a trade. You hit accept, that's it. I mean.
So it was Devontae Smith for Keenan Allen was the trade.
And he wanted Keenan Allen back.
Yeah.
Mike Ford, real quick, can I get my camera, please? Thank you. Thank you. Hey, I know you're a loyal listener, and I appreciate you. But look, This isn't the Cub Scouts, okay? There's no takebacks. What is this? This is fantasy football. This is real life. This is life or death. There's no takebacks, okay? You live with the decision you made, okay? And honestly, it wasn't even that big of a deal. It's not, Keenan Allen or Devontae Smith, they're not going to win you a championship anyway. But live with the decision you make, okay? This is real men life, fantasy football stuff, okay? Live with it. Thank you for watching, though. I appreciate you.
Shout out to my guy Barry. He's been on.
Shout out to Barry.
Listened to us a few times and hit us up on the live stream when we were doing Monday Night Football. But yeah, he's the commissioner of that league, and he reached out, and I felt like we should discuss.
Shout out to Barry. Nice. Listen, I love you, Barry. Keep it. You gotta live with it. It is what it is.
He didn't make the trade. He's just a commish. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh well, shut Barry. I'm sorry then, Barry. My bad. Shout out to you.
Calling Barry out like that, dude. You're just asking for some help, dude. You're just sitting there like, hey, bro.
As a fellow commissioner, I get it. So I'm sorry, Barry. That's my fault.
Yeah, no, shout out to Barry. Hey, let us know if you enjoy Aaron hosting the show instead of Al. We'd really love to hear your feedback on that. I think that'd be great. Great that we're making trades. Trade season. I got to offer in and out on my end. I got to figure out what to do. I need to help a couple teams. So we need to talk.
I send this to all my leagues. Hey guys, you can send me offers. My inbox is dry. Hello.
All right, let's move into our starts and flexes of the week.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts. And then you will run a mile. Perfection.
Strong side.
Left side. Love that movie.
Great movie.
Love it. I agree.
Favorite football movie of all time. Sorry.
Al and I were talking about that, and we were like, what is like your football, sports, even just sports in general? Like, there's a lot.
It's Remember the Titans for me, because I also love Denzel.
There's
the Titans.
Any given Sunday is good.
Any given Sunday is a great football.
That's top 5 for me, sure.
Friday Night Lights.
That's top
Booby
5.
Miles.
Gridiron Gang.
Yeah.
Gridiron Gang. Oh, I forgot about Gridiron Gang.
I mean, there's even like, what's that one? The Mirror. No, is it?
The Replacements.
Replacements is good.
Great.
Yeah. Longest Yard.
Varsity
all
Blues.
day. Yeah.
Varsity Blues is one of my favorites.
There's so many.
I'm going Any Given Sunday for my favorite.
I'm not going to argue with you. That's a great one.
Yeah. That's good.
All right, let's get started. I will start. Start of the week, Emeka Egbuka. We talked a little bit about Mike Evans being hurt, Godwin coming back. Just flat out, this kid is awesome. He's doing great. Great rapport with Baker. Makes the tough catches. Makes the ones he should make. He's somebody who was probably not a starting option for you when you drafted him. So this is my chance of saying, for whatever reason, if you have not started him yet, please start him this week, and moving forward, you have to find a spot for him. Even on a thin roster, he needs to be started.
Did you see what Baker said about his passes, what the rookie was doing to him? He was making those one-handed grabs, and Baker said, this man's disrespecting my passes. Yeah. Damn rookie.
Spicy I like it. Playing the Eagles this week, though. Is that concerning any at all that Quinyon, oh my God, what's the corner's name? Quinyon Mitchell is going to follow him at all? Does that give you any concern?
Ultimately, no, because I think the targets are there. He's not just playing one wide receiver position as well. He's gonna move around. I think that's the cool thing about him and Godwin is that they can both do so many things. Yeah. And especially if Evans is not playing for a couple weeks, they can integrate all of that, and then he can come back in the fold. So yeah, I mean, maybe you downgrade him a little because of the Eagles, but he's the guy, man. You got to fire him up and play him, in my opinion.
I agree. You got to start Egbuka.
All right, so we're going to go to you, Gabe. Who you got for us?
Ray, cover years. I'm sorry. I'm going to give you some good numbers. Mike 4, get a little excited because this is your guy this week against me. I said this at the beginning of the show. Me and Mike 4 play in both leagues. So we're in Sleeper and Yahoo.
Wow.
I don't like it.
I love it.
Sounds like like 2 wins for Mike 4.
I love it because the person you're putting up, I'm like, I need him to go.
Hold on. My Yahoo team is good. My Dynasty team, that's a question mark. But my Yahoo team is a good team. But my start of the week is going to be Ladd McConkey. Now, we talked about him already with the trade with Ray. I do think this is going to be his coming out party, and I do think Ladd can be solid the rest of the way. I do think it's going to be, if all three stay healthy, Quentin Johnston, Keenan Allen, and Ladd, it's going to be whose turn is it? but I think this week is going to be Ladd's turn. He lines up 71% in the slot. The Giants against the slot this year, 37 catches, 565 yards, and 3 touchdowns allowed in 3 games. So that's a touchdown a game. It's about 12 catches a game, and then you're talking about like 160, 70 yards a game. So now I don't think Ladd's going to get all that, but I can see 8 for 100 and a touchdown for Ladd. I do like Ladd this week. I think his welcome to 2025 party is this week against the Giants.
So I traded him away, obviously, but if you see here in my notes, I'm calling for him to score his first TD of the week, season this week. I think he's going to have it. He was close last week. I think he gets in the end zone this week.
No, Ladd's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. They're going to spread the ball around more. Like I said earlier, Justin Herbert's come into play this year. He can move around again. Looks great. So I think Ladd will have a great game. I would be curious as to what the Giants are giving up at the other receiver positions because it's probably just as bad.
It's probably, yeah. I mean, that whole defense is just bad, but
yeah,
slot extra.
Yes, play Ladd. All right, we're going to go to you, Ray. Start of the week. Who you got?
Yeah, so this one's kind of spicy. TJ Hawkinson is the start of the week for me. It's been a slow start to the season for him, but he did get rolling last week. Granted, against the Bengals, 6 targets, 5 receptions, 49 yards, and a touchdown. But I think Carson Wentz has a connection with him. I think Carson Wentz is going to continue to search for him. And the Steelers struggle against the tight end. Hunter Henry scored 29 points against them last week. And that's, Hunter Henry. Like, we're not expecting those big games out of him very often. 8 for 90 and 2 touchdowns. A.J. Barner with the Seahawks went for 60 yards and a touchdown against the Steelers. So I think Hawk's in a prime position to have a big week.
This man literally just stole my note. That was it. He's better with Wentz. Hunter Henry went off, and A.J. Barner scored 2 week 2. That's literally what I have. So, getting great, as always, on top of it.
Let's go.
I agree. I like Hawkinson. I always think when a backup veteran quarterback comes in, it's great for the tight end.
Yes.
Just in general. And he was being underutilized really in that offense. No. They want to get him the ball. So I like it. I think Hawkinson's going to do well. Oh, you almost you don't want Wentz to stay, but in his sense, you kind of do.
TJ wants him to stay.
I just hope no one gave up on him already and dropped him. That would be a huge mistake.
Yeah. No, I definitely picked up people to sub in for him. But I'm not dropping him. We'll see.
Sure.
Where it goes.
No, play him. All right. Mike 4. We got somebody up on the screen, and we'll.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it up to you guys. This is Al's start of the week. We got Jackson, Smith, and Jigba.
Oh, way to go on a limb, Al.
I wanted to get your thoughts on that. So I know his picks last week weren't the best, so I think he's kind of trying to make up for that.
Play it safe.
So I think that's what he's got right here. So that's his start. What are you guys' thoughts?
Calling him out on last week's picks. I love it.
I have a JSN nugget in the game Blitz, so I'm going to save it and not give Al any credit.
Yeah, no, it's tough to miss on that one. I think that's a really good pick, Al.
Yep. No, JSN's awesome.
Yeah,
have
he's
a great week. You got to play him. All right, we'll go to our flex of the week. I am going to start flex of the week, Cam Skattebo.
Let's go.
Looks great. Running through everybody, passionate. And he's going to take the job now. It's his. Tracy's hurt. Dart's coming in, so should be really good. Probably a guy who you can play as your RB2 if you need to. But in the case that you drafted 2 good running backs, make sure that he's in your flex this week.
Keep going. You still going?
No, go ahead.
My bad. I agree with you 100%. Cam is the man. I'm super excited for him. My favorite thing that Cam does, though, is if you watch him on pass plays and how he picks up the blitz, that man is not afraid of contact, and I love to see it. That's going to keep him on the field even more in passing situations. He's got great hands, quickness, strength. I'm all in on Cam.
I think teams missed on him in the draft. I don't understand why he fell so far like he did, and he was like the 8th running back taken in the draft. So I was definitely, again, I probably said it a million times since we started this. I wish the Cowboys drafted him. You'll hear me say that a lot. But, Cam Skattebo. And the great thing about him, too, is out the backfield. He was actually the leading receiver in that game against the Chiefs. He had 6 for 61 as well with 60 yards and a touchdown. So Cam Skattebo, to me, is a prime RB2 going forward. I would say he's an RB1, but I want to see what Jackson Dart does. And if they can score touchdowns and Cam Skattebo gets some touchdowns, he can be RB1 territory for sure.
Yeah, no, he definitely can. It'll be great to see. A lot of the draft stuff, I think, is just because he doesn't run fast in a straight line.
That's true.
They really are. When you have a skill position player that doesn't just all out burn, they don't get drafted as high.
I'm not a scout, but if I was, I just want a football player. Give me a guy who can play football. I don't care.
He a dog, bro.
Exactly.
He a dog.
Exactly. If you play football, if I see on tape you are a football player and you are making football positive plays, I want you. Don't care how fast you are. Don't care how big you are.
Yeah, man. Any scouting departments out there listening? Offer Gabe a job. He's ready.
I'm available.
He's ready. And we're gonna go to Gabe next for your flex of the week. Who you got for us?
So you'll like this one. My flex of the week is going to be J.K. Dobbins on Monday night against the Bengals. You'll see a theme probably every week. We're going to pick on the Bengals a little bit. J.K. Dobbins, surprising, RB12 on the year so far in PPR. And so in standard, he's actually RB9. And J.K. Dobbins has scored every week of this season so far. One touchdown in 3 games so far.
In each somewhat limited snaps.
Right. So he actually, I was going to bring that up. His snaps have gone down each week. So week 1 was his highest. Then week 2 they went down. Week 3 they went down. And he's getting more yards actually. So his carries went down and his yards went up. I think we're starting to see him warm up a little bit. I was going to throw in an RJ Harvey here too because I know people drafted high on RJ Harvey and they're relying on him. I think you can start him too because I think he gets mixed in here and I think he gets a lot of garbage time as well.
Agree. I think I am one of those people who drafted RJ Harvey to start him, and I started him week 1 and have not since. And if I needed to, I would consider flexing him this week just because I do believe the Broncos should handle the Bengals, and he should have room and time to just kind of do his thing at the end of the game, like Gabe said.
Yeah. I didn't draft RJ Harvey anymore, nor J.K. Dobbins. Honestly, I'm scared of J.K. Dobbins. He's dealt with a lot of injuries in his career, and it's just something that, I'm not super comfortable with him. I just don't know how he's gonna handle a full workload. But he has impressed the hell out of me this season, and he looks like a legit RB1, so I am on board with that.
I had J.K. Dobbins ranked so much higher than where he was drafted, and I kind of backed off of it because it sounded like R.J. Harvey was starting to get some steam as we were going into the season.
Yep.
So I said, okay, I'm going to back off of it. I should have listened to my gut originally. I do think R.J. Harvey is the best play for the long term, don't get me wrong, but I do think J.K. Dobbins is serviceable for the next few weeks.
Agreed. No, JK has impressed. He had 900 yards last year for the Chargers coming back from a major injury. So now this year, another year removed from that, he looks good. He looks healthy, and I'm all for it because I'm a Broncos fan, so let's go.
I wish he would have stayed healthy. He could have been so good if he never got hurt.
Elite level.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Ray, we're going to you. Flex of the week, a guy, gosh, we all need him to do better. So let's go.
All right. Trayvon Henderson. I think Al went with him last week as his flex. I think it might have been 1 week too early. I think he's going to blow up this week. He's going to become the lead back for the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson fumbled twice last week. He fumbled 7 times last year. I think they're running out of patience with Ramondre Stevenson. They even put Antonio Gibson at running back for a little bit after Stevenson fumbled, and then Gibson fumbled. So I think they're just tired of the fumbling. Panthers are giving up 137 yards per game on the ground. That's like huge. And then obviously we got Trayvon Henderson's hands out of the backfield. 11 targets this year, hasn't dropped one. He's caught all 11 targets. So he's efficient. He's a playmaker. I'm excited for him. I think he's going to break out this week.
The other running backs on that team are literally begging him to take the job.
They are.
They're giving it away.
I had the privilege of watching the games with Al on Sunday, and we got so excited because I have him in 2 leagues. He has him, I think, in at least 1. And we're like, oh, my God, it's finally his time. And unfortunately, he didn't perform great, but he had 11 carries, which was the most of anyone on the team. So I think we're starting to trend in the right direction. And Ramondre and Antonio Gibson have to be on such a small leash now. If they fumble again, it has to be a full-time Trayvon.
I think Ramondre's leash might be out at this point too. Last week,
he did play after, so I do think he's still gonna get the chance, but I'm hoping, like, I think it's coming. We just gotta be patient with Trevion, and I'm hoping you're right. I hope it's this week against Carolina.
I think he's gonna be in one of our flex of the week every week until it happens.
Well, it feels
until
way
he
better
blows up, right?
That you picked him and Al picked him. I was like, oh god, but you picked him. I feel very confident. You've been pretty solid, so I feel confident about this.
I got him in a league and I need him.
Yes,
so
same.
it's going to happen. Patriots are one of those teams too that are kind of like borderline, like they're not really good, they're not really bad.
Yeah.
Like they could sneak in and make some noise. And so I think they're at a point where they're going to start to say like, okay, what do we have? Like, what can we do? Because Drake May's looked pretty good.
Yeah.
So I think they should give him more opportunities for sure.
They're just a real young team. I think they're gonna. Some weeks they're gonna look great. Some weeks they're gonna look young. It's gonna be one of those teams.
All right, Mike 4. Who you got for us?
So this is Al's flex of the week, and it is Harold Fannin Jr. Browns.
Yes.
Yeah. Rookie.
Super highly involved in week 1, like out of nowhere. I think he even had a rush or 2 in that game. He stayed pretty involved. They still have Njoku. So Fannon's kind of, I do have him in a league. I picked him up after week 1 when he was like just so involved. But I'm a little more wait and see on him just to say like, what does he do? But if you need a tight end, he's involved. I mean, he's a good play.
Yeah, his targets, catches, and yards have gone down since week 1. I think he just came out hot, and I think they're going to force feed Njoku going forward.
Yeah, he's very talented though. Harold Fannin is an elite level athlete.
Bright future for sure.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what he can do in the future, but be tough for me to start him anywhere right now.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, guys, let's take a quick break and learn how you can help us support the show.
If you've been enjoying Watch the Throne Fantasy Football Podcast, we would love your support. Just head over to thronefantasyfootball.com/listen and hit the support button. It's a simple way to help keep the show going, and you'll also get some cool extras like our weekly fantasy football newsletter and subscriber-only content. Think of it as joining the inner circle of Throne Nation. So if you're down to ride with us all season long, go to thronefantasyfootball.com/listen and click the support button at the top of the page.
Hey guys, thanks for listening and all of your support for the show. Time to get into our game Blitz. We ready?
I feel the need for speed.
I got yelled at about that last week, by the way.
Yeah, I heard you weren't familiar with the Top Gun reference.
I haven't seen Top Gun in like 25 years.
You still haven't
probably.
seen Top? Oh, okay.
25 years.
Bro, I'm gonna have that playing in the background for the next show.
But I've seen the newest one. I saw it as a kid, and then I saw the newest one. The newest one's great. I don't remember Top Gun.
Are you one of those? Let me ask you a question. Both, all of you. If there's a sequel that comes out to the movie, are you watching the one before you go see the next one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time?
If I care about it, yes.
Okay.
I went through a binge before Endgame and watched every one
my man
in line before Endgame. Well, it was the 2-year wait for Endgame.
Yeah. No. I'm saying my man. Like I'm proud. Like good job. No. I'm a big Marvel geek. I don't always. It just so I'll ask people. I'm like, do I need to watch this before I see it? And if they say no, then I'll go see it. And if they say yes, then I'll be like, yeah. But then there are times where they make a reference. I'm like, I don't get it.
Because you should have watched it.
I'm like, you guys lied to me.
Yeah. I needed to watch it. Yeah. I'm just go there unprepared. I'm just like, whatever it is, I'll take it.
You're
Let's
winging
go.
it.
Winging it. Let's go. I'll just laugh. Yeah, I remember that. No, I don't.
Yeah. Winging it like we're about to do this game Blitz.
I like that about you, Mike 4.
Thanks.
Keep
guys.
winging
Appreciate
it.
Bringing it.
All right, first game, Thursday, Seahawks, Cardinals. What you got, Gabe?
I took a couple notes here. Trey McBride, the Seahawks have actually given up the most points versus tight ends. I love me some Trey McBride. I think he's going to be, obviously you're starting him. He'll be tight end 1 after 4 weeks. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's scored 3 of 4 games against the Cardinals. You're obviously starting him again. But this is going to be an interesting game for Thursday night.
Sam Darnold is at 70% completions right now. That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm excited for him and what he can do for his receivers. Torrey Horton, anybody?
I mean, I take him over Cooper Kupp.
I mean, do you get return yards in your league? Because if so, you should have him.
Yeah. he's going to be a bigger part of the offense too moving forward.
Second half of the season, he's definitely going to be a guy to roster. I mean, you should roster him now, but he might be a guy you play going forward.
Bounce back game from Marvin Harrison. I mean, the man cried on camera. You got to bounce back, right?
I'm off the bandwagon.
I don't even know what to say anymore about Marvin Harrison. Trey Benson, make sure he's playing.
Yep.
His coming out party. See how he does.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of fantasy assets here, but it should be interesting.
All right, next game, the NFL Dublin game. Y'all got to wake up early on Sunday so we can watch this one, Vikings and Steelers. Go ahead, Ray.
Carson Wentz has looked effective, as we talked about earlier with TJ Hawkinson, so I'm excited for Hawkinson. Justin Jefferson will be all right. Jordan Mason doing everything I thought he'd do, and I'm reaping the benefits of that one. Love it.
Yep. I got Jordan Mason in a couple weeks. Thank you, Ray.
Yes.
I'm just going to, my thing is more in this game. I need more Justin Jefferson. He has 7 targets in the first game, 6 in the second game, 7 in the third and last week. I need more. He needs to be in double-digit targets. And can we get Caleb Johnson going, please? I don't understand what we're doing. Jaylen Warren, he's getting a lot of touches and carries, but he's not getting efficient yards. Let's get Caleb Johnson involved.
Don't disrespect the bowling ball, Jaylen Warren.
I love Jaylen Warren, but I love Caleb Johnson potential more.
Let's not forget Kenneth Gainwell there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I started Kenneth Gainwell in Dynasty, actually.
Stole that touchdown.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Nailed my DK prediction for a touchdown, too.
So. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
More DK, too.
And Calvin both look pretty good with Aaron Rodgers.
They do, but I would like a little more DK. Go ahead. Get it in there.
I had a Rodgers stat.
Do it.
37% of his passes are at or behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
All to Jaylen Warren.
Yes.
Next game, Chargers at the Giants. What do you got, Mike, for?
Excuse what?
He threw an audible. He threw a blitz.
I like the Chargers. Chargers are good. They got a really good offense. Giants, trash. Sorry. I hope Skattebo goes off. I had him in the starting lineup last week. Took him out for Pacheco because I had faith and sat there and watched him just score points on my bench. So
I think this game has some interesting shootout potential if Dart knows what he's doing. There's some huge points here. Chargers are going to score like crazy, and there's still Khalil Mack's still out, so Giants got a shot.
I'm going to go with the potential upset here. I'm not saying I'm picking it, but potential. I am excited about the big three, Dart, Skattebo, and Neighbors. That's going to be pretty exciting to watch. Omariion Hampton benefited from Najee Harris going down.
Herbert had his lowest completion percentage of the season last week and still threw for 300 yards, so a big game for Herbert and the boys.
Absolutely. Wan'Dale Robinson is a quick little note, somebody who could maybe see an uptick.
I think Neighbors and Wan'Dale benefit the most. And then watch out for Theo Johnson, tight end for the Giants too. He rookie last year, second year, he could benefit too.
Herbert did that against the Broncos, who makes anybody's percentage a little bit lower, but still came in and won, of course, because we just never beat the Chargers. All right, moving on. Titans and at the Texans. Gabe?
Yeah, I need to see more Calvin Ridley. He's your best weapon. Cam Ward, I know you're a rookie, but let's figure it out. Let's get him involved. Chicken Quanko, too. He's been okay, but we need more of him, too. Tony Pollard's been awesome. And then Texans, I traded Nico. I'm selling the whole offense, and my note literally says abandon ship. I don't want any parts of the Texans offense.
I think Nico still has a spot.
Yes,
but both of these teams have not looked good. Cam Ward, last in completion percentage in the league and 30th in yards per attempt. He's not throwing well. It'll be a pretty boring game. I probably won't watch.
It is not going to be the greatest game. They Titans switched play calling, so gave up the offensive play calling. I believe it's an offensive assistant, not the offensive coordinator, who's going to call the plays now.
One of my favorite players, though, coming up is Alec Ayamanor. He's going to be awesome. I think he is definitely a guy to keep an eye on, and he might be someone you play in the second half of the season.
I think Cam Ward continues to figure it out a little bit, too.
I think so, too.
Don't give up on him.
I like Cam Ward. Calvin Ridley.
More Ridley. Next game, Commanders at Falcons. What do you think, Ray?
Jaden Daniels still day-to-day. Mariota looked like a decent fill-in. But we don't want Jaden to miss too much time. Mariota missed the one touchdown by a yard when McLaurin went down at the one. Falcons defense got absolutely obliterated by the Panthers, so we can start our usual Commanders, I feel like.
Commanders' three-headed monster in the backfield is infuriating. Can we just give Bill the ball, please?
Yes.
When McNichols ran the touchdown, I thought it was Bill.
Brother, that was probably
everyone did
greatest run of all time. That was insane.
That was a great run.
It was a great, and he only had 4 carries.
I want to give a shout out to Zach Ertz. That man just keeps balling. You know, every week he gets doubted, and every week he shows up with 10 to 15 points. So shout out to Zach Ertz.
Absolutely, Zach Ertz. Michael Penix, can we figure out what's going on, please, to help the rest of the Falcons? Bijan still looks awesome. He's doing his thing.
I would like to see more Bijan. He definitely should get more carries. And then this is my weekly reminder of Drake London sucks.
Commanders' defense is banged up and haven't been great. 9.4 yards per attempt allowed to Jordan Love and 10 to Geno Smith. Man, the timer gets quick every time.
It does.
Man, I'm so rooting for Drake London so bad, dude. You have no idea. You have no idea. At this point, dude, I don't even like the Falcons. And I'm just like, yo, get it together.
I know you, Ray, and Al are just waiting for that 8-catch, 100-game touchdown.
It's the horse I rode in on,
you're
bro.
waiting for
Hey,
it.
we're going to limp out of here.
Every week it doesn't happen. It brings a smile
it hurts,
to my face.
dude. It hurts. And it hurts me a little more and more every day.
We need Michael Penix to play better.
Yes.
And I think Gabe's right. We need Bijan to run the ball more.
Yeah, they need to give
some pressure off.
Feed him like a dude.
Real quick, do you know where Michael Penix ranked last week in quarterback rankings for fantasy?
I'd say dead last.
Probably
correct.
Yeah.
Quarterback 32.
Yes, he was on my bench.
Yeah, 18 for 36.
Do you give up on him? Do you say, hey?
No.
You don't play him, no?
I do think it was really weird that they had to come out and say he's still our starter. That's kind of weird. I mean, he's a second-year guy.
Well, they asked him. They said, hey.
I would have been like, yeah, duh.
Yeah. I feel like that timer went off about 2 minutes ago.
Sorry.
Looks like we got some passion behind the Falcons. Drake London always brings it out of us.
Mike Ford. Yeah. Mike Ford's been a little more lenient on the horn.
Yeah, I was here, dude. It's like our day off. Come on, let's go.
Oh, wow. Okay, next game, the winless Saints at the undefeated Bills. Oh, man. This is going to be a tough one. I'll just take this. Play all of your Bills. They are going to probably run the ball at nauseum. So good for James Cook.
Great for James
Cook. Good for Josh Allen. I would love to see Keon Coleman get the ball a little bit more in this offense. Honestly, Kincaid has looked really good. Let's call it what it is. The Bills they're all going to be fine. The target share is just kind of unfortunate for the pass catching options on that team if you own them. And then on the Saints, volume. Olave is going to get his 10 catches. Juwan will probably get 10 catches. Kamara might get 10 catches. They're going to be down by so many. They're going to throw the ball all over the place.
Yeah, I think Kamara is going to be actually a pretty good play this week. He'll probably have his breakout game. Juwan Johnson was my guy last week. I'm sticking with him, but like you said, a lot of garbage time.
My biggest worry is if the Bills are going to blow them out. Josh Allen only put up 11 points against the Jets when they blew him out, so that's my only concern there. He's not going to need to run as much if they're up by 25 points.
Or pass.
That too.
Yeah, true. All right, next game. 2 undefeateds, Eagles at Bucks.
This is a great game. And this is so many fantasy assets. Jalen Hurts, you got Saquon, you got Devontae Smith. A.J. Brown finally came out. You texted in the group chat, and it finally happened. And then you got Baker, Buka. But I will say I was wrong on Bucky. He looks amazing. He's been awesome. Hopefully he can keep it up all season because I do like Bucky, but he looks awesome.
Can I give you this stat on Jalen Hurts? I agree. Bucky looks great.
Let's hear it.
Jalen Hurts, 5 games against the Todd Bowles defense, 59% completions, 5 TDs, 5 interceptions, never thrown for 2 touchdowns against the Todd Bowles defense.
Wow.
Interesting.
Tampa actually does have Philly's number. I think Jalen Hurts is like 1-4 against them. Don't quote me on that, but it is a bad record.
Oh, this is going to be a good game. I think Tampa wins at the last possession of every game this year.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be good. I do think the Eagles are going to have to rely on running the ball more, like you said, because I think Jalen's going to, which is unfortunate for AJ and Devontae, but good game. By the way, if you need your guy to go off, just text somebody that they suck, and then they'll just start scoring points for you. Works every time.
And ready to trade them.
Yes. Just be ready to abandon ship entirely.
You actually recommended the Eagles trade A.J. Brown.
I was upset. The man had like 3 catches at that point, and it's week 3. So I was getting burned.
I get
it. But he came and saved the day.
I'm with you. He's on my world championship team. I need him to step up.
Yeah, and he finally did.
Yeah.
Thank you, AJ. We're here for you. All right, next game. This one should be interesting, actually. Let's see. Cleveland Browns at Detroit Lions. What do you think, Ray?
Is this Browns defense legit or what? 'Cause
yes.
They look really freaking good.
Yeah.
I did not expect that out of them to be as good as they are. No receivers gone for 100 yards on them. They've only allowed 5 receiving touchdowns this season. I think they're in for a challenge, though, this week with the Lions. Gibbs and Montgomery, both top 10 running backs so far. Crazy.
Yeah. This defense is legit. They held Derrick Henry to 23 rushing yards. This defense is – and then Joe Burrow struggled in week 1 too. I do think the Browns is a good – this is actually another one that I think the Browns – not upset, but I think they can cover this spread because Lions off a short week on Monday night playing the Ravens. I know they're at home, but Browns, their defense is legit. And you're starting all your Lions, but just be on the lookout for it.
Are you starting Goff?
If I have a better option, like I would go Caleb over Goff.
Sure.
But if I have, if it's like Goff or Trevor Lawrence, I'm going Goff.
Yeah. I think in most cases you're probably playing him. Yeah. All right, we're going forward. Last morning game, Panthers at Patriots. It's kind of an interesting one. I'll start. Panthers off and on and like. So interesting. Bryce, I want to say you can play him, but he's such a weird week in what's going on there. Tetaroa, I think you're playing him. I think this game has a little bit of shootout potential to it too. Both 1 and 2 kind of hungry teams. Won't be afraid to air it out. On the Patriots side, Travion, please.
Fun fact. Since 2000, Patriots have a winning record against every team in the NFL except for San Francisco, Green Bay, Kansas City, Seattle, and Carolina.
Wow. What a stat.
Isn't that wild?
Interesting.
And they've also held opposing running backs to under 65 yards each game so far this season. So be a little weary of Chuba. I think he can still get a touchdown, though.
Yeah, Carolina's defense actually hasn't been bad. They've actually given up the least amount of points to quarterbacks in fantasy. And then they're about middle of the road for running back. So it's going to be an interesting game for sure.
I think that's a competitive game. All right, first afternoon game, we have Jaguars at 49ers. We'll let you go, Ray.
Yeah, I mean, Brock, as I mentioned earlier, is probably going to be coming back this week, so I'll continue to start him, Ricky Pearsall, CMC. I'm expecting a vintage CMC game this week. I think he's going to have ton of targets, lots of room on the ground, and I think this week is also a spot where Brian Thomas makes his bounce back. I don't think it's gonna. Marvin Harrison would have had an all-time game if he knew how to catch the damn ball. So I think Brian Thomas might have a big game against the Niners.
Real quick, is Jawan Jennings supposed to play this week?
I think he's still listed as questionable.
Okay,
we'll see.
So, and I would say, Jawan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall would be a play. You're playing, obviously, Christian McCaffrey's been awesome, and it's been PPR. I mean, if you have PPR, he's been a monster, and hopefully he gets some more touchdowns. Well, obviously, Brock Purdy should be coming back this week, so that would be a good one for him, so the Niners look like they'll probably score more. The Jaguars offense, without Bosa, they could put up some points, but we'll see what happens. I have a hard time trusting this Jaguars offense.
Please, Brian Thomas. Please. I need you. Do it for me. And I was all super right about CMC so far, Gabe. Just want to throw that out there.
You were so far, yeah. I mean, no, I said beginning of the year.
We'll see what happens in December. I'm not really sure that's what you said. But anyways, I've been right so far, so I'm going to ride that while I can.
Yes, you should.
Colts at Rams. What do you got, Gabe?
I am so excited about this game. I said it earlier. Puka Nacua to me is the number one fantasy player. This guy is going to get 20 points no matter what. He got 20 points against MPPR against the Eagles. This guy is matchup proof. Puka Nacua, number one player. Love him. Devontae Adams. They've been force-feeding Devontae Adams in the red zone, by the way. Love that, too, because I do have him in one league. Kyron Williams is a start. This is a real test for the Colts. This is probably the best defense they're going to play so far. No offense, Broncos. But this is going to be a good matchup, and I can't wait to see it. For Jonathan Taylor, too. Jonathan Taylor's been amazing.
32 points per game for the Colts. Good Lord, best in the league. Danny Dimes looks like a real quarterback, so that's exciting to see. We definitely undervalued Michael Pittman coming into the season. I think the whole fantasy community did, and he's putting up numbers.
I know. I hate that I did. I should have been higher on him.
I got him in 2 leagues.
I got him in a couple.
I was trying to get him in all because I'm like, this guy he's just better than he's being drafted.
He was another guy I let people influence me. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop letting people influence me so much.
We're going to get Gabe a Puka Nacua shirt or a jersey or something. You professed your love for him.
All right. So
we should get him some puka shells, dude. Some puka shells.
Some puka shells. It'd be cheaper too.
Real quick, in the league that I traded him for last year, I made it to the championship, and my team name's Nakua Matata, and so I couldn't do it this year. But I said, "Oh, Nakua Matata's back, guys. They are back, and we put up the highest points this past week. So Nakua Matata is just a different vibe, man.
Just because we didn't say his name, Tyler Warren, friend of the fantasy community. Thank you,
friend of the program.
Friend of the program.
Shout out Tyler Warren.
Yes. Next game, Ravens at Chiefs. Somehow both 1-2. Mike Farr, what you got?
I like the Ravens in this one, man. Ravens are good. Chiefs, I just don't believe. I think it's over. I think they're done. Like they got nothing on offense. Their defense is.
Wow.
I just think their time is done.
Wow.
I think you're playing your Chiefs. I think you're playing everybody in this game. This is gonna be a competitive game.
I'm out on Mahomes. I don't think he's a fantasy starter at this point.
Who are you starting on the Chiefs?
It's
not Pacheco. It's not Hunt. I'll tell you that for sure.
I was going to make a proclamation for Pacheco because the Ravens have given up the most points to fantasy running backs. But I will say Van Noy and Matabuki were out for the Ravens, and those are big pieces on the defensive line. If they continue to be out, maybe I can make an argument for Pacheco as like a sneaky flex. Other than that, yeah, you're right. I mean, Worthy, I think I give a shot to. But, yeah, no. And on the Ravens side, Lamar and Derrick Henry are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Andrews.
You're playing Mark Andrews.
I play Mark Andrews. I'll give him a shot. Zay Flowers.
Target share gets hard on that team. You got Bateman, Flowers, Andrews likely comes back.
The random one pass to Walker.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Bateman.
I will say, I think draft-wise, I think you're still playing Mahomes. You're playing Kelsey. And you're playing Worthy.
Mahomes or Caleb Williams?
Caleb.
Are you guys all hyped on this Caleb going off on the Cowboys? Like, is that...
I think.
You just wait.
I don't know, man. Russell Wilson did it.
Just wait.
Went off.
I think
I don't know.
I think I'd play Mahomes.
I think so too. I think that's the only. I think you're right. I think the only people that you play. I wouldn't even play Kelsey, honestly.
Okay.
I think you would just because you drafted him to play him.
Since we're still talking after the buzzer,
sorry.
Mahomes is 28th in completion percentage in the league right now. He's the 22nd ranked in passing points per game, fantasy points per game. It's not looking good. Unless he scrambles, he's not fantasy relevant.
I will give him a chance in the second half of the season when Rashee Rice is back, but right now I can't trust him.
You're saying Rashee Rice fixes everything for them, though.
Like, I mean, I don't weapon like that. It could,
Rashee Rice and Tyreek Hill.
There you go.
Yep.
Heard it here first. All right, next game. We have a lot of Caleb love coming. We have Bears at Raiders. Go ahead, Ray.
So Caleb has finished as a top 10 quarterback 2 out of 3 weeks so far. I think this is a spot where he can definitely. And last week he was number 1, so I think this is a spot where he can be number 1 again against the Raiders. I think Rome is a must start at this point. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to put up another big game. I don't know when Ashton Genty is going to get going, but it feels like it has to be this week. And also, please don't expect 3 touchdowns out of Trey Tucker again. That was incredible. I had money on him score touchdowns, but
great call. Thanks for that, by the way. Subbing it. I wish Jawan Jennings played at this point because you put him in the last second. I was like, no. No, Caleb Williams actually 8 touchdowns on the year with 1 pick. So he's playing a lot better. I know it doesn't look great, but for fantasy wise, it's actually performing pretty well. He's QB2 on the year so far. So I do believe in Caleb Williams going forward, and I think Genty has his breakout game. Bears 6th most fancy running back or 6th most fancy points allowed to running back. So I think Genty could get going here.
Yeah, Brock Bowers. I think needs a little bit more. Geno had a good game, but it was all to Trey Tucker.
I hate to say that I don't want to say I'm right on Brock Bowers because I did say I didn't like him going into the season, but I'm hoping I'm wrong because I do want to root for Brock Bowers. I think he's a really talented player. I just hate the system and the quarterback that he has.
Are you starting DJ Moore?
I was just going to say crazy that we don't talk about DJ Moore because Rome is just balling.
I was so high on DJ Moore, and man, it's
tough.
I mean, Luther's even getting involved.
Yeah,
I'm out on DJ Moore right now. I can't trust him.
AJ tried to trade him to me.
He's trying to trade him to everyone.
He tried to trade him to me for Dobbins, and I was like, I'd rather have Dobbins.
Yeah, I told him you can't trade DJ Moore to anyone right now.
He tried to include him in that trade, and I already got Rome, so I'm not interested.
Well, that makes sense too.
Oh, look, AJ trading everybody makes it on the show. Shout out to AJ. All right, next game, Sunday Night Football, Packers at Cowboys. What do you think, Gabe?
You guys take it. I don't even want to talk about this game. Just start all your Packers. Matthew Golden's going to get 150 yards. Romeo Dobbs is going to get 200 yards.
Stop.
Josh Jacobs is going to get 500 rushing yards.
Oh, I hope Josh does.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest. This is usually the games I'm like really down on the Cowboys. They actually surprise me. So I do think Josh Jacobs has to get it going. He's only running back 19 on the year so far. They got to get him going. Tucker Kraft, I think, will have a solid game. Our secondary is terrible. George Pickens, I think he's going to be awesome. And then Javonte Williams has been a very pleasant surprise. You were right on him.
Thank you. That feels good.
Look at that. Do we feel like we're going to get an uptick in targets for Jake Ferguson now that without CD? Is that going to be?
What do you have?
The man had 13 catches last week.
But no.
Consistently, though,
consistently, I don't know. I think last week was kind of an outlier, but he should be more involved.
I almost made Jake my start of the week because him and Dak have a rapport. They have a great connection together. He's like the safety blanket on that team. And I think his role continues to flourish as the season goes on, even with CD.
Let's have a little fun. Over under 1.5 sacks from Micah Parsons.
Over.
That's a really hard over to take.
I was
more than
say,
one sack in a game.
I might take the under. Yeah.
It depends, man. The last couple games, he only came in at third down. He's gonna come in. He's gonna eat, bro.
Jerry Jones is down in the locker room giving up the game plan. We're doubling team and Micah Parsons. You better not let him get a sack.
It ain't gonna matter, bro. It ain't gonna matter, dude.
No, I hear you.
We are somehow blessed with 2 games on Monday Night Football.
How do you guys like that? Week? Do you like the 2 Monday Night Football games?
Yes and no.
Not particularly, no.
Would you rather 2 Monday nights or the early morning 6:30 wake up call?
Oh, give me the 2 Monday nights. I hate waking up at 6:30.
Do you do it though? Do you wake up at 6:30?
Yes, I do.
I want the 6:30 just because Gabe doesn't like it. Yeah. I got kids, so I'm up.
I'm up at 6:30 anyway, so that gives me one extra game before the 10 a.m.
Yes.
game. I'm good with it.
Okay. Yes. I like it.
Me and Ray getting together to watch the 6:30 game.
Even the betting, I would bet the morning game, so that way you're like, hey, do I win or lose before the morning?
So, I do like the betting aspect of it, but I hate waking up at 6:30.
I'm just not a fan of primetime football. There being 2 games, I love primetime being like you're all in on that game.
Yeah. I was okay with the 4 o'clock start and then the 7 o'clock start one.
Because they're
separate.
Exactly right. I'm okay with that.
This one 4:15 and 5:15. It's like I gotta duo my TV, put them both on or go out somewhere. We'll see.
Well, first one starting earlier, as Gabe mentioned. We have the Jets at the Dolphins, both 0-3. Somebody's getting a win this week.
Hey.
What do you think, Ray?
Not a ton to love on the Dolphins side. I think Tyreek's still going to get some action. He's going to get some targets. I am really getting a little more on board the Ollie Gordon hype train. I like to see what he's doing. Good. I don't know if Jalen Wright might have played his last snap with the Dolphins for all we know. Ollie Gordon looks good as the backup.
He does. I got him in a couple leagues. I drafted him a little higher just because I was thinking A-Chain may not start the season, but he did. Jets, you're playing Garrett Wilson. It's been really consistent this year. Almost hoping that Tyrod stays his quarterback. Played really well with him, but Justin Fields is getting him the ball too. But I think that's Breece Hall. Anybody?
I think Breece Hall has a really good game actually, and then I think it's gonna be. I think the Jets win this game, and it's gonna be it'll be a game, but Jets control this game. They win. They run the ball. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill have a good game. Coming out party for Mason Taylor. I'm calling it now. Tight end for the Jets. Rookie.
I do like Mason Taylor.
LSU.
Question for you guys. Does Mike McDaniel make it through this season?
No.
If they win the next 2,
when's their bye week?
I don't have it on top of my head, but
does he make it to the bye week?
Let's pull up the schedule real quick. They got the Jets. They're at home at the Jets. They should win this game, but I am going to call a Jets win. Then they go to Carolina. Then they got the Chargers.
That's a loss.
At Cleveland, at Atlanta, and then Baltimore. They don't have a bye week.
He's not making it to the bye.
No, there's no way.
And then they go to then they got the Bills again. Then they go to Madrid for the Commanders. So their buys after their Madrid game against.
Do they leave him in Madrid? Do they just leave him in Madrid, man? They go, hey, we changed the plane. Let's get out of here early.
It's tough, but that team just seems so just not together, undisciplined.
Yeah. No cohesion.
Yeah, they got a rough season coming.
And bro looks cooked when he's at the pressers. Mike McDaniels after the games just look he looks like he's struggling.
I do hope he gets another chance.
You know what? The Niners could use an offensive assistant. It worked
bring
well
him
with
back there.
Shanahan.
Look at Saul. Yeah, dude.
I think he's a perfect coordinator. He's one of those guys, a perfect coordinator,
Yeah.
but just it doesn't demand everybody fall in line as a head coach. That's the way it looks to me, anyways. That's
It's like a Kellen Moore. Just somebody who sits back and
the Dolphins
runs his plays, does very well, but just can't take the spotlight, man.
They had something going for a couple years there, and it just Tua with the injuries, and then it just fell apart with Tyreek, and
that's because he was keeping them all happy, being fun and all that but then that wears off.
I just wouldn't mind if he got one more shot. That's all.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not rooting for him
as a head coach.
Yes.
Yeah,
As a head coach.
Yeah,
Take him as a Cowboys head coach?
Possibly. I mean, yeah, I
thanks.
wouldn't be opposed
No
to it
shot.
actually.
All right, we saved the best for last, of course. Last game of the week: Bengals at Broncos. What do you think, Gabe?
I mean, this would be a Monday to be just let's make some plans. Let's go out for dinner, and no, I'm kidding. I said it earlier. I think the Broncos blow them out. It is going to be hard to start your Bengals, but you have to. You're so invested in Chase Brown. Jamar Chase is still fine. He's going to get his, even though Patrick Surtain is probably going to follow him. But this could be a decent game fantasy-wise for T. Higgins. I do see him. He can get a few catches, maybe close to 70 yards, and hopefully they get some fantasy numbers. But the Broncos should walk all over them.
Is Noah Fant all right? What was his injury? I know he got hurt.
A concussion.
Concussion.
I've actually been when Al announced that Noah Fant was on the Bengals, and I had no idea. I love that actually because I've been high on Noah Fant since he's on the Broncos.
He's looked good so far with him. The concussion obviously hurts, but I like him there. I like him in that system.
I've always liked Noah Fant. I mean, Broncos drafted him. He just always didn't give you quite as much as you wanted watching him. So that's just my standpoint.
He was getting a bunch of checkdowns last week, so he's a perfect PPR guy for Jake Browning.
I do have to say I have T. Higgins in Yahoo, and I'm sitting him this week.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
So
it's tough
I
defense.
got better options. He gave me 2 points last week, and he's in my.
He probably would be a trade away asset. I like if you could package it like him and like DJ Moore, and then go get let's say Garrett Wilson. I would do that.
If you were Garrett Wilson owner, would you do that?
There's no way.
Depends on
DJ Moore.
I own Garrett Wilson, and I wouldn't do it.
DJ Moore and who?
It would depend how bad I am and then who my other receivers are, but no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would rather have Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
You need to wait till one of them go off. Like a good game.
Has a big game.
It's a big game, and then you come back. If there's somebody that you want to trade, you're just waiting for that.
One of these weeks, T. Higgins is going to get a 3-touchdown game, and that's when you move on.
Yeah.
Like this Lad McConkey, like it's a good, if he has a good game, potentially to be like, okay, do you trade him for some more assets across the board?
Did Mike Ford just let us in on his plan?
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's questionable because he hasn't performed to where you draft him, right? But if he does, then all of a sudden you got an asset. If I can get somebody who's a little bit more consistent, that's just what my thoughts.
I think Lad's going to be a good season-long asset, though. I really do. I don't know if he'll be a second-round season-long asset, but I don't know that he's a guy you trade after a good game.
I'll say this. If he has a bad game, I'll be in Mike Ford's inbox and be like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe that's what I'm doing. Maybe I'm saying,
not my start of the week.
It's the long con.
How bad do you want to start him?
I would take him in Dynasty for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I have him in a Dynasty League. Yeah, that's fine. I'm down the road. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But right now he looks like the second option. I mean, I don't even know.
I think it's a good time to remind everybody, don't jump ship on the guys you drafted just yet. It's been 3 weeks. It's been less than a quarter of the season. We don't want to run away. We don't want to drop Mark Andrews, as Gabe said earlier.
Unless they play for the Texans.
Yeah.
You said you're out on everybody.
I have Nico Collins in a league, and I'm still holding out hope that he's going to be okay.
I think Nico's going to be fine, but I don't think he's going to live up to what everyone thought he was going to be.
Sure. Well, I have him in Dynasty.
Oh, well, that's fine too. I mean,
so I'm rolling with him either way.
They need more Jaden Higgins too. I think that was the theme of my show today. I need more to see from these guys, like Calvin Ridley. I said DJ Moore. Let's see more T Higgins. Let's see more. Oh, sorry, I almost hit the cup. We just need more of these guys. Like, let's get these guys involved. They're so talented. They're some of your best players on the team. I don't understand why coaches don't get these guys involved. And I know we're still early, so like you said, don't jump ship. Be patient. I'm still holding on to Caleb Johnson in a lot of leagues because I do think it's coming, but I just got to be patient.
Well, yeah, I mean, holding on to RJ Harvey. He's not playable really just yet.
I got a good one for you. Travis Hunter. Do you hold on to him or do you cut him?
I think you have to hold him.
You gotta hold him if you drafted him.
Yeah,
but
you gotta
I've
hold him.
been out on Travis Hunter from
His
the
usage
beginning.
is usage is just not.
There's just
there.
too much unknown for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they only used him on third down. Like
Yeah. Like I think he didn't have more defensive snaps last week than offensive snaps.
He's starting to play more defense too.
Yeah. I think he's a really good corner.
Yeah, he's solid.
Yeah.
He's good.
What about what's your thoughts on Ashton Genty?
He's gotta like come to play. There was a stat. What was that meme?
He has
picture?
I think Al sent it. What was it?
It was 146 yards after contact, and he has 145 rushing yards on the year.
That's a wild stat. If you watch